Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chemlock League here in Super Mega Baseball 4. The Outlaws are 4-5 as we head down the back half of this first inaugural season of the Chemlock League. And not too excited about where we stand right now. We still have some time left, but if you recall, last time we left off, I pretty much was at the point where I might be opting to bail on this season a little early. We evaluated our roster, opting to find or deciding who we feel is an opportunity to release for freeing up some funds. And right now, we're going to stick with what we have as we try and see if we can win another one, this time against the Maulers, who are in our division. So another divisional opponent here. Tough loss against the Blurs last time, but we also mentioned that we had a few very close losses that could have gone either way, and the season could look very different for the Outlaws if we had a little bit of luck on our side. So do we have that luck on our side in this one against Graham Clay and the Maulers? Let's go into this game, set our lineup, and figure out what we want to do. So we will keep Glass Snyder there at third base. Finally, they have him set there to start. Jerry Love will always go to the DH spot. He will never be playing the field while he has that wild thrower trait. Rock Quintana, our second baseman. Justice Colon at first. Braden Sorelli in right field. Dalton Babshishin in center. Pavlik Kirk will be playing shortstop. Sammy Hodges is not playing left field. Instead, we'll put Alfredo Levine in there for this game, and then we have Alex Hernandez playing catcher today to give Giovanni Mays a break in the lineup. So now, where do we put the rotation? We're going to keep Sorelli in the leadoff spot. He has been very successful in that spot. I think let's let Pavlik Kirk get a chance in the 2-hole. Followed by Rock Quintana, as always, and I want Justice Colon to stay up at the top of the order. She has been getting a little warm in the last few games. And then let's do Jerry, followed by Glass, then Dalton, then Alfredo, and then Alex Hernandez. We have Muhammad Holmes on the mound, so I do not feel very great about his chances here. This is really a make-or-break game for him. I'm willing to give him another shot, but man, if he does not do well, we're yanking the chain on him faster than you could pull the trigger, because the Outlaws. We are home for this game, so we are going to actually wear our home uniforms for a legit home game. Last time out, we accidentally put on those home unis as we were playing away. And let's head to the Tiger Den. The Outlaws looking to trying to fight back into this wild card race and into this race for the division. I don't know if we can catch the division, but we can hopefully stay in the wild card fight and wait for players to become available, as usually the weaker teams will start dumping some of their higher cost players or older players. That's where we might opt to try and grab a few of those for the home stretch if we're still competitive. And Muhammad Holmes takes the mound. Workhorse really only as beneficial as the pitcher's effectiveness, so he does get a ground out to second base to start this one off, and Werner Madrano comes up, looking with that Tier 2 inside pitch, batting .278 with 2 RBIs on the year. So not too much production from him. He dribbles that one to short. Pavlik Kirk scoops it up, tosses to first. Out number 2. And now Elias Hensley. I'll tell you right now, that is a guy I will be looking to bring in the offseason if he's available. High speed or high pitch and fastball. He gets the high pitch. Flies it way high and deep to center field. Babshishin catches that for out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Muhammad Holmes, lulling me into a false sense of security. Braden Sorelli comes up. He has been the hottest hitter on our team as of late. He's been using that base rounder trait to his advantage. I've never seen it so effective as I've seen him using it as he grounds that one. Hensley, at first for out number 1. Pavlik Kirk comes up batting 300. Has been playing decent. That's really all I can say for her. She's okay. She is a good fielder. She's been able to prove that. Offensively, she has nothing of note as she swings through that one, 2-1 count. And that ball is going to get through into left field, so that's about what she's capable of. And she gets a base hit here with 1 out in the bottom of the first. And Rock Quintana and his off-speed hitter trait come up to the plate. Looking at Graham Clay, 4 pitches, 3 off-speed pitches. Slider, curveball, changeup, and then that 4-seam fastball. Gets the off-speed pitch, but chases it. And then gets that off-speed pitch, and it's going to get through into right field, past the diving second baseman. So 2 on. Rock Quintana bumps himself back up to locked-in mojo. And here comes Justice Colon, starting to get warm. She has Ace Exterminator activated against Graham Clay. Takes strike 1. Swings at strike 2, down 0-2 already. And hits that ball hard to right center field. I don't know if it's got enough carry on it. It looks like it's dying at the warning track. Fervor catches that on the warning track in right center field. Long run for him, but he's able to get it in, and the runner does advance from second to third. So we have 2 on, first and third, 2 outs. Jerry Love looking for that fastball. He's likely not going to find it. Okay, he did, but swung way late on that. Takes ball 1 inside, 1-1. Takes a strike on the changeup. And there's an off-speed pitch. He dribbles that one to shortstop. Nice play there from the shortstop in the middle of the diamond, cutting that over to first for out number 3. So 2 hits, but nothing is able to come from it, and Clay is able to get out of the inning unscathed. So we're heading into the top of the second. 4, 5, 6 hitters here for the Maulers, starting with Kerwin McGuire. Fighting off a couple pitches here, and it's 0-2. Another foul off there. He is locked in, McGuire is. And he gets the base hit to left field. Hard hit ball right to the left fielder on the ground the whole way through. And here comes another locked in player, Jensen Ferber. Made a really great play ranging all the way to right center field. Has great power, great contact, great speed, so a big threat here. Batting .316 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. Below average speed over at second. Can we take advantage of it? Nice turn from Quintana. And that is a 5-4-3 around the horn double play for 2 outs there. And Calvin Villa comes up with Tier 2 whiffer, which will only activate with 2 strikes, but he doesn't get there as he swings at the first pitch and grounds out to Cologne at first base for out number 3. So another clean inning for Muhammad Holmes, who allowed a base hit, but then scratched that out very quickly on the double play. And Glass Snyder, who started that double play, steps up to the plate with outside pitch. Has not been able to leverage that trait very well this season so far. So looking to see if he can change that going into the back half of the season. 3-1 count here. And fights that pitch off. It goes low. It was too close to take. And there's an outside pitch, but he does not get the barrel on it. And full count. Fouls another one off. Takes inside for ball 4. So nice at-bat for Glass Snyder as he reaches on the walk. Clay kind of inconsistent with his accuracy in this at-bat. We'll see if that's a consistent thing going forward or if that was just that one. And a nice swing from Babshishin as he pushes that to left field. And with no outs, the bottom of the second starts with a walk and a single. And so we got something mounting here for the Outlaws in front of the home crowd. Alfredo Levine fakes for the bunt. I don't know if he's going for it. He does show the bunt again, 1-1 count. And that ball bloops, and it's going to get down. Oof, that was scary. 1-2 count, and he's swinging away now. I was worried he was going to try and bunt again. And swings through strike 3. He was way late on that one, and it's a nice strikeout for the pitcher, Clay, and we turn to Alex Hernandez at the bottom of the order to see what he can do. With 2 on, 1 out, takes strike 2, and fouls that pitch off, just making contact. And takes ball 1. Ball 2 outside. Nice patient at bat here for Alex, and he swings through that for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts here for Clay, and he is showing why he is a ace-tier pitcher, as he's now facing off against Sorelli, who he got in a ground-out last time up. 0-2 count as he swings through 2. Tough out does activate here. He's still locked in, Sorelli is. And shatters his bat. That one goes straight to Kahn at short. Hensley gets it, and that's out number 3. So 2 base runners to lead off the bottom of the second, and we still cannot get anything going here. The second consecutive inning where we left 2 runners on base, so 4 total left on so far in this game for the Outlaws. Muhammad Holmes facing off against Tense Veranda. Is that Veranda? Veranda. And that's a liner into center field. 1 hops to Babshishin, and that's a base hit. And I don't know if that boosted her mojo. We'll have to see here. Prince Audible is how they pronounce that. He has high pitch and cannon arm. And it looks like, I don't know if that's distract. Yeah, it's distractor over there at first base, which means a slight accuracy debuff to Holmes in this at bat, or while Veranda's on base. Prince Audible is not really seeing the ball well, as he's been very shaky with the front leg. Full count here with no outs. And takes strike 3. Nice pitch from Holmes there, as he's able to get the out. With the runner still on first base and accuracy getting a little bit lower, Demetrius Blacksmith, the catcher, comes up. Good hitter in his own right. Not much speed there. He's not hitting very well this year. .067, and he grounds to second. Nice play from Rock Quintana as he does a little spin, tosses to Kirk, over to first. That's a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. So Muhammad Holmes trying to petition for staying on the team. He has done very well so far through 3 innings, but takes more than that. We'll see how long he can go. It could be really nice to see him save the bullpen with a long outing today. We'll have to see how that plays out. Pavlik Kirk here with a 1-2 count, and she hits that one off the end of the bat. Nice play from Hensley to backhand it. Tosses over to Graham Clay for out number 1. Rock Quintana with a single bopped himself back up to locked in mojo. Still has that off-speed hitter, which he has 3 to choose from against Graham as he fouls the first one off in foul territory. Out of play. Takes ball 1 low on the fastball. Another fastball for strike 2, 1-2 count. And there's an off-speed pitch, but off the end of the bat as he was ahead of it, and Mauricio Khan catches that for out number 2. Justice Cologne comes up. She hit one very hard to right center field, but it died at the warning track. Didn't have enough juice on it. And she hits that one hard and fast to Khan at short. He had to dive for it, and she is way too fast as she was able to stretch that one down the line. And an infield hit for Justice Cologne. Great speed on the bases here. I don't think it's worth her trying to steal. Fastball hitter for Jerry Love, and she does take off right out of the gate, and that's a wild throw. She does not opt to try and go for third as Fervor was backing him up all the way, but that's an easy steal for Cologne with 2 outs. Jerry Love with a 1-1 count, looking for that 4-seam. Gets it, but it's too high and out of the zone. And that ball drops into the zone, and he's able to send it right back up the middle. Base rounder activates here for Justice Cologne in scoring position, and Jerry Love with a RBI single to take the lead here early. I guess not early, right here in the middle of the game. Glass Snyder now comes up, who took a walk his last time. Clay is getting tired. He's at 55 pitches. He doesn't have any traits, so nothing to help him out here. As he gets tired, he's on his own. 3-1 count here with 2 outs and a runner on first, and fights a pitch off there. Runner goes, and that ball is blooped into center field, and it looks like it's going to hang up for a Fervor catch for out number 3 with the full count and with 2 outs. Jerry Love was going on the pitch, and unfortunately hung up just a little too long. Shortstop Mauricio Khan comes up, 0 for 1 today. He's locked in. First pitch foul. That ball, no doubter, right center field into the off the face of the second deck, and Mauricio Khan punishes that pitch, and that's out of here in a hurry. 438, his 3rd home run, 7th RBI of the season. Very productive from that number 1 spot in the lineup, and it is immediately a tie ball game with Werner Medrano coming up, and Muhammad Holmes, who had cruised through 3 innings, has to be careful here in the top of the 4th. Make sure he doesn't let this lead, or I guess what he needs to do is make sure he doesn't let that one mistake get a hold of him. And there's a dribbler up the middle, just past the diving glove of Pavlik Kirk, and that is a base hit. So now back-to-back hits for the Maulers, and we get to the 3-hitter, Elias Hensley. Maybe we could replace Rock Quintana with Elias Hensley as our 3rd baseman. I'm sorry, not Rock Quintana, Glass Snyder with Elias Hensley in the future. I don't know how old he is and how his defense is, but 2-2 count here. Runner on first, and that ball gets blooped into right field. It's going to hang up, and Sorelli catches that for out number 1. So good on Muhammad Holmes to try and battle back here. He now has to face off against Kerwin McClure, who's locked in with a high-pressure situation. So have to be very careful here with the 3rd baseman. Drops that strike at the top of the zone. And there's a mistake pitch, but he got very lucky as he was way ahead of that one and pulls it foul. So 0-2 with 1 out. And that ball just at the bottom of the zone. Checked his swing and held back. And that one pops up. And out of the crouch is Alex Hernandez catching that for out number 2. So made 1 mistake. He gave up a base hit afterwards, and now he is looking at 2 outs. Runner on first. Jensen Fervor comes up now. Can he get out of this with just the 1? 1-1 count as he drops that slider into the corner. And that ball bloops up into shallow left field. Looks like it's going to be playable, and Levine catches that for out number 3. So he does give up the solo home run to tie the game, but we head to the bottom of the 4th, and it is just 1-1. Could have been way worse. Muhammad Holmes, if he gets pulled, I'd be happy with that. I think he did a great job here. Ideally, he could go another inning, but I don't think he's good enough to see that team another time through the rotation or through the batting order. Bab Shishin comes up 1-1. Clay's getting tired too. 63rd pitch of the game here as he induces a ground out to... Oh, and that ball's going to be a wild throw from the 3rd baseman, McGuire. Something he is prone to do. And that allows Bab Shishin to reach first base on the error. And Alfredo Levine, tense, trying to show bunt here again. 1-1 count. He does not have great contact with him being tense right now, so we have to be very careful about what we're doing with Levine. It gets the bunt, but it's going to be foul again, so 1-2 count. He better not try and fake the bunt or show bunt again. Takes ball 2, 2-2 here. Come on, Alfredo. And way ahead of that is he swings through strike 3, and that's out number 2. Or, sorry, out number 1. As Babshishin would have been out, but he stays on. And so they pull Graham Clay. Clint Brock comes in. The lefty with a 4-seam, a slider, and a curveball, and Babshishin takes off. Way bad break on that one. I don't know what was happening as the catcher is tense. And that might be it. And no wild throw activates there. So really weird inning there. But we head to the top of the 5th. It's still tied 1-1. We couldn't capitalize on the error. And now we just have to hold this offense down for just a little bit longer. Muhammad Holmes, with his workhorse trait at Tier 2, has allowed him to go this far with essentially seeing no impact to his attributes. Miranda Hickman comes up. I couldn't see her last time up. Extreme pressure situation. Muhammad Holmes at pitch number 46. So he's been very efficient. Little hack activates here. Hickman did get a base hit her last time up, but it did not adjust her mojo. 2-1 count here for Holmes. And fouls that one off. 2-2. And that's a dribbler to second. Quintana over to first. Out number 2. And Prince Odable. What a weird name. Comes up, has high pitch activated here, so we're hoping to keep the ball low as he drops a huge hanging curveball that stays high. There's a high pitch that he swings at and fouls back. There's a high pitch that he swings at and misses. 1-2 count. Please stay low. And there's another high pitch that he swings and fights off. Ball 2 just outside the zone there, but still too high. And there it is. Strike 3 dropped it right into the zone. And a nice strikeout from Muhammad Holmes. Huge, huge inning for him. And now we're just looking to see if we can get the offense to help him out. He's only given up 1 run through 5 innings. Sorelli comes up. Leadoff man is 0 for 2 today. Could really use some production from him. A guy we've relied on for most of the season. 1-1 count. And sends it up the middle. So nice hit for Sorelli. Base hit to lead off the bottom of the 5th. We'll see if we can get some action on the base paths. Pavlikirk now, 1 for 2 with a single. Extreme pressure, so all of the mojos are going to be impacted even more significantly. You can see Sorelli's up there. That speed is impressive right now. Takes strike 1. Clint Brock has good accuracy, not great junk or velocity. Gets 2 strikes there and struck him out and not in time on the tag. And a stolen base for Sorelli on the strikeout. Pavlikirk froze when the runner took off, but it ended up paying off just like a sacrifice bunt and 1 out for Rock Quintana. He's locked in. It's making him look even better with the extreme pressure. And he hits that ball hard just off the glove of the diving Khan, but not in time as that ball was hit like a missile. And Khan was able to just get his glove on it and keep it in front of him, but even then it wasn't in time to get speedy Rock Quintana. And Justice Colon comes up, does not have Ace Exterminator activated. Come on, Justice. 1 out. Hits that ball hard. It hangs right to Fervor in center field. Oh my God, she hit that ball so hard. A 2-0 count, and she punished it. But it was right at the center fielder, and now with 2 outs, we're here looking at Jerry Love, fastball hitter, 2 on, 2 outs, great speed. They check on the runner at second. Clint is very distracted there at the mound. Ball 1 stays low and inside. Ball 2 high for Jerry Love, 2-0 count, good spot to be. And that one's going to get down the line past the diving first baseman. Sorelli's going to score easily. Rock Quintana gets over to third. Runners on first and third. Huge, huge, huge moment for Jerry Love as he breaks the tie with a RBI single. Runners now first and third for Glass Snyder. And he hits that ball outside pitch, but right at Medrano at second base. We head to the top of the 6th, 3 outs away from a victory here, a close one against the Maulers. We have to go 9-1-2. Does Muhammad Holmes stay out there, or do we go to the bullpen? Right now, he's going to get a chance to take to go the complete game. He's locked in right now. 1-1 count. 59th pitch here as he pops that one up to left field. Alfredo Levine calls that, catches it for out number 1. He's still tense, so he can make mistakes over there in left field. Mauricio Khan, a huge home run his last time up. We have to be very careful with him. He's locked in. Holmes is locked in. Battle of the locked in at bat here. 2-1 count for Khan. Takes ball 3 low. We have to be very careful with the 3-1. Takes the strike. That curveball drops into the... Oh, that ball is gone. Is it going to stay in? Oh my goodness, Babshishin right at the wall. His back to the wall. He could feel the crowd cheering right above him. and he was able to haul that in for out number 2. Whew, that was close. And here comes Werner Madrano, the second baseman, gets the base hit on an inside pitch, and he reaches. He's the tying run, and Muhammad Holmes, 1 out away from the complete game, has to go through Elias Hensley, the number 3 hitter in the lineup. Instead, they opt to pull in Jacoby Maddox. He's locked in. He has to face against Hensley. Maddox is about half stamina here, so he has to be very careful at his second pitch, and he gets it to pop up to Rock Quintana, calling it and putting it away for out number 3. A clean inning outside of the 1 base hit, and the Outlaws win against the Maulers 2-1. What an outing for Muhammad Holmes. The redemption is real. Wow. 5 hits, 1 run earned on the home run for Mauricio Khan for the Maulers. Wow, what an outing for Muhammad Holmes. Striking out only 2. Pat Odubel both times. He has yet to get a hit this year. And for the Outlaws, a single for Sorelli. Pavlik Kirk got a single. Rock Quintana got 2. Justice Colon 1 for 3. She also had a run scored. She stole a base too. Jerry Love 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, so he came up huge as the only one to allow or get a run to score at all. Glass Snyder with no hits but a walk. And then Babshishin 1 for 2. Alfredo Levine, Alex Hernandez both struggled, striking out 3 times between the 2 of them. Whoo! Graham Clay, the ace of the Maulers, had a tough day today. 3 in the 3rd innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Clint Brock did his best to keep the team in this one. 1 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 strikeout, and 1 earned run for the Outlaws. The story for today is Muhammad Holmes, 5 2/3. He was 1 out away from a complete game. He gives up 5 hits, no walks. He gives up 1 home run, a solo shot, his only earned run of the game. Strikes out 2, and then our good old man Jacoby Maddox comes in for the save. He faces 1 batter, gets a pop-up on the second pitch of the at-bat, and he has luckily saved this bullpen, Muhammad Holmes has, and he gets the number 1 player, Jerry Love with number 2, and Mauricio Khan with number 3. But we end up beating the Maulers, and now after 10 games, we find ourselves 5-5. Can we break ourselves above the halfway mark? Okay. All right. Who do we give +5 loyalty to? Is it going to be Glass Snyder, or is it going to be Braden Sorelli? Snyder is 36, Sorelli's 25, so I'm going to max out his loyalty for this one. Both of them were pretty good. Oh, good. That was the only manager moment. Thank the Lord. All righty. So, since that game, we're going to see some action happening here. We see a chance for Edgar Lang to gets ahead. I would love to give him some development. We have a chance for Braden Sorelli to develop even more. He deserves it, so we're going to let him continue to grow. We see that the Dive Bombers have signed Besto Durham, who's a wild-throwing first baseman, a guy that we'd kind of kept an eye on. And Clayton Lay gets released. He is a second baseman who's 33 and not much going for him. Colette McKillies gets signed by the Protectors, replacing Lily Dubs. Lily Dubs, a B- pitcher, elite 4-seam. I don't know what her chemistry is, but she is a guy, someone we could maybe bring in to replace Vincent Moon. Unfortunately, it would require us probably dropping some extra money because we would want to do that sooner versus later, and she's probably not close to her asking price or her value. Musty Donovan with some development chance, and then Kenneth Donovan with some... I didn't even realize we have 2 Donovans on our team. They are not related. Kenneth Donovan with a chance for development too. So I think for sure we want to do this one for Edgar Lang. So +3 junk, and then -2 velocity and a chance for gets ahead. 25% chance for extra junk too. And we don't get that. Can we get the gets head trait, please? We don't get that. So Edgar Lang getting a little bit better. Braden Sorelli, 1 power, 1 speed, 1 contact, and then a chance for more power and more speed. I would like to see him get more fielding, but he is going to keep getting better as a hitter. 1 power, 1 speed, 1 contact. Let's get more power. No, unfortunately, more speed, please. We don't get that either, but he is getting better. We'll take that. He's now a B plus as the 25-year-old is one of my favorite players on this team right now. Ford Richardson, Musty Donovan. I don't think I'm interested in getting either of these, spending that development. So I think we save our money. I don't think Kenneth is really somebody is worth putting any money into. Guess we would see that +1 accuracy, but man, I wish it was more junk or more accuracy instead of junk. I don't think we do this. And then I don't think it's worth spending on Vincent Moon. I guess what you could say is I think he's the next in the order to play or to pitch, right? And I don't think there's an option for us to. He's got 2 more. It's Vincent Moon in game 11 and then in game 15. 2 more outings. Oops, sorry. I'm bouncing all over the place. And I guess our option would either be we could look to try and bring in Plover Day, who's not any better than Vincent. He's still way above his asking price. We can bring in Lily Dubs for way, way above her value to replace Vincent Moon. And we would be seeing a lot of more junk, a drop in accuracy and velocity, and a elite 4-seam instead of an elite cutter. I don't think that's worth it, honestly. Which is worth looking at later, but not for the 11.8 million that she's asking for. Muttonhouse, no thank you, buddy. Sorry, but you got the one chance, and we're gonna pass on that. And then there are no good options in the bullpen, which I guess if I was gonna replace somebody, it would be Kenneth Donovan, I believe. And Ian McGee would help to lengthen our bullpen, but would it make sense for us to get that much worse? I don't think it would. Emmeline Merritt, we could end up bringing her or replacing her, but again, I don't think it makes sense for us to do this. Although we really could use a little bit more accuracy in the bullpen. I think we stay with where we're at. So yeah, I think we find ourselves really, really interesting situation here. Vincent Moon could be playing better than the last time where he got lit up against the Burners. This will be his second outing, this time against the Dirt Dogs. Let's take a look at the Dirt Dogs in the standing. Where are they at? They are 3-6, 3 games behind the Blurs and the Sewer Sneak, and they are -3 run differential. So we hopefully won't see as big of a challenge against them. Let's take a look at what that game would look like. We're 2.5 back of the Pythons right now, and I think if we go to season standings, go to the wild card, we are currently, where are we at? Oh, we are a half a game back of the Burners right now, and 1.5 games back of the Sewer Sneaks. Both of the teams in the wild card contention right now are at -3 run differential. The Maulers look like the team that's going to jump up into the wild card race. I don't imagine that the Burners and Sewer Sneaks will stay consistent this well. This is a chance for us. If we get in, anything can happen. So, and if we can get ourselves through this game, then we could see ourselves with a chance to make a run for it and then potentially replace Vincent Moon before his next outing in Game 15. I don't know if I'm just being wishful, but I think we have a chance here. We'll be facing off against Madden Zimmerman, who is a good pitcher, it looks like, but he has no accuracy. He does have K Collector. He has tier 1 Rally Stopper. This game will be at home. I'm curious to know the Dirt Dogs who their ace is. It's Bitzer Hines, followed by Cumulo Lawrence, and then Madden Zimmerman. So he's their number 3 pitcher, which is kind of interesting. Um, Good pitching staff for them, but I don't think that they have much. If Zimmerman goes down because of that accuracy, which our offense can make him pay for, they have tier 3 Scholarly. They have tier 3 um, Disciplined as well, which for their pitching staff doesn't really mean anything. For their offense, Jeff Pennington is their backup catcher. He has base rounder, so that's okay. Mr. Ingrown, which is a very gross name, has incredible batting stats, and he is an outside pitch hitter, tier 3. Joshua Woods, another really great hitter, has tier 3 off-speed hitter, so we have to be very careful against those 2 hitters. The rest of this lineup, Paris Barnes is pretty good. Jedediah is a good contact hitter. He does have big hack, which is interesting. Ariadne Palacios, okay. Cameron Harper, really good hitter, but no contact to speak of. Raphael Yuppers, good hitter, and Isabel Williamson is okay. So this team's really interesting. I think that they're better than their record shows, and we're gonna hope to continue to catch them in a bad spot. And hopefully Vincent Moon can get through this one unscathed. We'll see how that goes, but thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. I feel like our team has some hope here. We just got to go on a run. And we have to do it very quick as we don't have much time left. We are home for every game except for the last one against the Maulers. So nice little home stretch here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. We do have a doubleheader against the Pythons coming up, which will be very scary. So we'll see how that goes. But we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to let us know in the comment section below what you think of this series so far. Let me know if you have any questions or comments about everything. And also, don't forget to subscribe to continue following along. Our videos are dropping every Monday morning at 8 a.m. Central Time. So we welcome you to join us. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.